Prologue. I confess. I'm a gambler. No bet is too high or too low. No game is out of reach. My friends tell me that I live on the edge, yet I continue to gamble. My biggest gamble to date is on men, and I love every thrill, every beat, and every rhythm that my heart can stand. I know what you want to tell me, but I'm not listening, and before you judge me, hear me. Life imitates art. The room swirls from the smoke and the heat of bodies. It's well past midnight and into Saturday morning. I'm sitting at a poker table pretending I'm a worldly woman, while peering at the outside world. I glance at the dealer's animated face. The look on his face is that of a stripper giving a lap dance to her 300th customer. I turn to my right, and there is a young woman sliding in from an early morning tryst with a boyish, round-faced lover. The young man's hands are tethered to the belt on her jeans, encircling her waist, symbolizing his ownership of all she possessed dear, her virginity. I can still see the waning of this young woman's patience. She cannot catch that rich available man to add to her trophy case, to display beside all the sorry bums accumulated in her short life. I see a matured woman pulling at her dress, as if it's covered with mud. She totters like a drunken sailor trying to hide the spoils of her life, an older woman with a younger man clinging to her purse. I see all the men, young, old, and in between, strolling with their trophies and thinking they are immune to the ambushes and emotions that befell Samson and Delilah. Saturday morning is wild in Las Vegas, and I am playing a game of chance no-limit Texas Hold'em. I'm the only woman at my table. I'm surrounded by a posse of beautiful men from different corners of the world, and I'm enjoying every minute of their attention. I know their faces well, not a joker among them. I've seen them before, and now I get to see behind their facades. There are secrets buried in their closets like bodies in shallow crypts, waiting for a good rain. The eyes told the story. You know it's said somewhere that the eyes tell it all. I hold the two cards they all need. The wager is huge, and the winner keeps everything. It is life or death for me, and any lost at this point would signal the end. I could never recover. So to win, I have to peer into the hearts, minds, and souls of these outrageously handsome men. How do you get so many good-looking men at one table? I wondered. I glanced at the cool, calm executive with the steel-gray eyes. He appeared to be a pushover. I knew I could take him. His name is Robert. Next to Robert sat Philip, rich, tough, and a good-looking actor who could spend me under the table and probably fuck me there too. Sitting to the right of Philip are two bountiful, breathtaking brothers. I would have fallen to my knees and given them both a perfect blowjob, married them, and gladly gone to jail for bigamy had they looked in my direction. Next to the twins sat a distinguished professor named Michael. He focused his eyes on the prize, the money, and me. I knew I had him when he smiled at me. The dealer bet last. His card sailed out as if it had wings. My nerves came unhinged and my hand shook. We were coming to the showdown, then a phone began to ring. Who the hell left their phone on? Can't they put it on pulse or something? I shouted, I won. I won. Mike stood, put his hands inside his pockets, turned, winked, and strode in the direction of the pool. Robert nervously put his hands on the table, pushed his seat back, stood, looked at everyone, and then sat. Philip, so handsome, so self-assured, fiddled with his expensive watch, turning it around his wrist twice. With his eyes never escaping mine, he placed his hands to his collar, flicked it up, shuttled a wicked grin across his face, asked for more chips, then said, "When you're in the rain and you're soaked, what's another raindrop?" Jeremy adjusted his aviator glasses, showed no emotion as he exited the room. His twin brother Danny, oh Danny. What a young, sensual, handsome, and impetuous childlike man of 20. He eased out of his chair. My eyes followed his long legs as he strode to where I sat. He took my hand, kissed it, and flashed a pair of green eyes only a painter's canvas could capture in full sunlight. Then he smiled, And I fell in love when he led me from the table. I turned around like Lot's wife. There stood specters, ghosts of men coming and going, populating my life. Yet I have just begun to live.